In this AlignMix how-to video, you will learn how to use the territory charts. To access the charts, there's two ways. The first way is to click the plus button to open a new tab, select charts from the left-hand side, and then click on that chart, and your chart will appear. The second way is to access the charts from the home menu. To do that, you click here on the Add View button, select Charts, and then select Territory Chart. Both of those methods will bring you to the same place. By default, the most recent data set will appear in chart form. Since in this file I created an index, you'll see that the index 100 shows up here in this drop-down menu. You can use this chart for any data set that has been imported into your AlignMix file. If you've imported accounts by segmentation, you will see all those segments show up here, and you can actually show a chart showing your, let's say, B accounts. And you can see what the average territories have when it comes to counts of B accounts and which ones are over and below that threshold. For this example, let's continue using, let's say, the index. So here we've got our index 100 by territory. We've got our range set at about 15%, and our lower range is at 859. Let's scroll down here so we can see what's here on the bottom. We have some statistical information about what you see here in the chart. You can see the max, the medium, and the min. We actually have one territory that's sitting at 200 index points, when ideally you want those territories to be at least 850. So if you've just created your sales territory alignment, created your new sales territory index, this should be one of the first places you look to see what your current alignment status looks like. And right now we see that we do have quite a bit of work ahead of us. We have 30 territories that are too high and 33 that are too low. So ideally, we want to shift this red excess here on the upper end to these territories here in the blue that are too low. If we come down here towards the bottom, you can see we have a measure of total overage. That is the total index that falls in this red area. So by shifting all of this red excess index, you're essentially getting almost 8 territories worth of index being shifted from territory to territory. That's 8,000 index points that are not being adequately covered because these sales reps in these red territories just have too much workload. They have too much calls, so they aren't reaching all of their customers, while these guys here in the blue basically are working 3 to 2 times a week with not enough customers. So throughout your balancing and optimization process, you would shift all this excess red to these low blue areas. From this view, you can also export this chart. You can click here on Export Chart, where you will see this pop-up appear. You can click on Options to customize that chart. Then you can copy it, save it, and even just save the data or print from this view. Let's close out that. You can click the Copy Chart button to quickly copy that, and you can paste it into any other piece of software. You can also click here to save the chart, and you'll be able to save this chart anywhere on your computer. And that's it. You've just learned how to use the territory chart here in AlignMix.